This week on the Media Boss Podcast.
I want to be like these people. I want to be like this voice. I want to, you never see them physically, but then you get so attracted to the voice.
Yeah.
And then the style of reporting. So, and then got me into.
Welcome to another episode of the Media Boss Podcast. I am Dr. Barrett Matthews, and I'm elated to have you here with me today. I can't wait for today's show, guys. Now, let me tell you, I know you're saying, Barrett, you're going to say you have a great guest again. Yes, I do. We're going a little international today. Well, kind of, sort of. But I have a great guest. You're going to love him. I even told you his gender just now. You're going to love him. And it was, I gave you a little bit of hint, but it's not much, huh? So just stick and stay. You're going to love that. For those of you who are here for the first time on the Media Boss Podcast, let me tell you what this podcast is about. If you have a business, if you're a speaker, an author, a coach, whatever, and you want to reach more clients, which I would expect might be all of you, you probably have been taught to find your avatar, who that ideal client is. You've also probably been taught to find an area in which you want to focus on getting them, whether it be a podcast, streaming TV, whatever. Well, I'm here to break those paradigms with Media Boss. What we want to do is make sure that you use all forms of media at the same time so you can be everywhere all at once. So now you don't have to find those clients, they can find you. That's what we want to do with Media Boss, is to make you a boss that controls their own media and you can put yourself everywhere all at once. So what I want you to do now is make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you are sharing this with everyone you know. Let them know that you are listening or watching the Media Boss Podcast. Now, I like to start off every single episode with something I like to call the Media Minute. Now, what is the Media Minute? The Media Minute is where I take some time to share with you either some tips, some pointers, or some news about media that I think might affect you. Now, today I want to talk about 10 social media strategies for photographers. Now, a lot of people don't realize that photography is a form of media. Yes, you've seen a billboard ad, right? You've looked at magazine ads, right? Yes, that's a form of media because it's getting information out there just through pictures. So we're going to go through 10 social media strategies. I'm going to go real fast here, so make sure you take notes or rewind it if you need to. Number one, stick to a schedule, guys. If you're going to be promoting on social media, make sure you have a schedule as to when you're putting your photography out there. Stick to a schedule. Number two, maintain an effective workflow. Make sure that whatever you're doing is actually bringing about results. Number three, choose an aesthetic. Make sure that you're doing something that adds some aesthetic value that's not just nuts and bolts, not just meat and potatoes. Add some aesthetics to it. Number three, target a niche. Target a niche market. You want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you're not just all over the place, that people can count on you to be in a particular area with your marketing. Use all your tools. You got a lot of tools in that bag there. Use them all. Make sure that people can see the whole gamut of your skill set. Number six, caption with confidence. When you put out your photography and you put it on social media, make sure you're putting captions out there that people can really relate to and it pulls them into the photograph. Number seven, build your community. Wow, that's a good one, huh? Build your community. I know several people who build communities on social media with nothing but pictures. Number eight, tag your photography. If you have something in it that you think that it may appeal to a person, a group, or whatever, tag them in it to make sure that people can be drawn to it. Number nine, cross-promote content. Very important. If you are working with other people and other things, cross-promote. Make sure you promote them, they promote you. And number 10, keep on learning. Do not stop learning your craft. Do not stop learning how social media can be a benefit to you. Now that is your Media Minute for today on the Media Boss Podcast. So guys, guess what? It is time to bring on my guest. I told you we're going to go a little international. Now I want to ask you something, guys. Have you ever been to Haiti? Have you ever thought about going to Haiti? Have you just heard things about Haiti? Do you want to know more about Haiti? Well, wouldn't it stand the reason if you wanted to find some things out about Haiti that you would go to someone who is either from there, who has done a lot of studying in Haiti? Well, my guest today is a journalist from Haiti. He's a journalist. He lives in the United States now, but he that's why I said it's kind of sort of international. But he is a journalist from Haiti. He has worked in radio. He's worked in print. He has done everything in media, so he can show you all about the things that are going on in Haiti and how you can help things in Haiti. You can benefit from Haiti, and we can all be in one big, wonderful world. So I want to bring to the Media Boss podcast none other than Fritz, Octave. Fritz, welcome to the Media Boss podcast.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. I'm happy. I'm excited to be with you this afternoon.
I'm happy too, man. I love your accent. I love it. I love it. It really works for me. I love it. Now, I've never been to Haiti, and I would love to go. Though I definitely would love to go. But
yeah, this is definitely a place you want to visit before you leave that earth.
I have a friend who's been there quite a bit, and he has told me quite a bit about it. I definitely want to go. But I want to ask you this: what got you into journalism?
Ever since I was a young kid, I always see myself in the skin of a journalist, and
Okay.
not only I was born in and grew up in a remote village in Haiti where media was not accessible, except for radio. I mean, back then when I was a kid, it's mainly the national radio station. It was Radio Nacional, which is basically a government-run broadcasting program. And then that's mainly what we were accustomed to, were kids like me back in the 80s. And I used to listen to certain reporters, and then I love the style of reporting. I used to really enjoy listening to them any time at the clock ticks to their broadcasting program. So I'll be stick in front of my father's post to basically listen to those reporters, and then that got me into I want to be like these people. I want to be like this voice. I want to and you never see them physically, but then you get so attracted to the voice, and then the style of reporting. So and then got me into this.
So did you ever get to meet any of them in person? Did you ever get to meet any of them in person that you?
Yes. When I moved to Port-au-Prince in early '90s, I think 1989. That's the time I moved to Port-au-Prince to finish my high school and get into university. And then that's when I started to see some of them on TV, and then eventually gravitated toward meeting some of them in person when I was in college. Yeah.
Did you tell them I'm going to take your job?
Oh yeah, I told them, man, I love you. I love the way you do it, but I'm going to take over. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I love it. And you did. So
yeah. And then for sure I did at some point. I was a pretty, I was doing pretty well.
Good. I love it. I love it. I was a journalism major myself in college, and I've worked in journalism as well and TV news and so forth. But I want to ask you, because I'm of the belief now in the United States that journalism and our media and journalism is dead, and it's more about sensationalism now. People they want to be first, and they don't care if they even write. They just want to be the first one to report things in the United States media, and I think it's horrible because true journalism, you want to make sure you get the story right before you go out spreading things and spreading rumors and hoping that you get it right. Do you see what I see in the United States media?
Yes, I do see it. I do see it, and then it's a tragedy. I really feel bad for the profession because when you look at, if any, I mean, newspaper or article, you pick a newspaper article or you watching the national TV,
Yeah.
or any medium you of your choice you pick, and then you find out that it's more about sensationalism, as you're saying, and more about the opinion and how I feel, what I think about what happened, as opposed to exactly what
Yes.
happened.
Exactly. I see the same thing, and like you said, it's a tragedy because I hate seeing that. How is the media from the Haitian standpoint different?
It's we have a well,
Is it
media in
different? I should
Haiti
ask.
is basically based on the tradition of media in France.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, so if you go to Paris and then or anywhere in France, and then you pick a newspaper from the supermarket or wherever, from the
Mm-hmm.
grocery store,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're reading an article. If you understand French well, so you're reading the article, and then you take New York Times, for example. I mean, just for the sake of comparison, I use
Yeah.
New York Times, and then it's the same story reporting, and then both writers of the articles, they are reporters, not editorial board members, not okay, reporters.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so and then you will feel like the one reported from in sense point of a French reporter is more factual.
Yeah.
So that's just a piece of example I take to give you an idea how reporters in Haiti or journalists in Haiti it'll be different than here. It's more
Yeah.
journalists in Haiti will more journalism, the old-fashioned way of journalism, not this
Exactly.
today's world of social media
I'm
where
so glad to hear
everyone
that.
call themselves a journalist, everyone is a reporter, everyone. No, it's based on the event, what happened, and then who did it, and then where it
Right.
happened, and then when it happened, etc. So it's more
It,
likely that other than commentaries.
it's what journalism should be.
Yes, but the main problem we have is mostly because of lack of infrastructures and lack of resources.
I agree.
So, kind of handicap. So a good reporter. But then
Yeah.
if you see what they're doing in terms of news reporting, it's real news reporting.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. I
Yeah.
agree with you. And it's one of those things that I'm actually going to be working with a gentleman who is in Ghana. He's actually a king in Ghana. He wants me to work on a program to educate them on how to do media the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And because it really frustrates me what happens here in the U.S. with media. And like I said, I grew up learning how to do journalism, not sensationalism. And I just want to make sure it's done the right way. Now, you've worked in radio, you've worked on print. Have you worked in television as well?
No, unfortunately. And I never liked television.
Unfortunately, okay.
I don't know. I don't know. It's because like when I was growing up in Haiti, in my area, there were not such a thing television. So
Mhm.
it was not until late 80s. So I first saw his television screen. Like I'm talking about 87, 88.
Mhm, mhm.
So right after Baby Duck departure. So that's the first time. So that's when I visit Port-au-Prince for the first time, the capital city.
Right.
And then that's when I I first saw a television screen. So I never felt like television is my thing. So I never been intrigued by television. Yeah.
Now you've worked radio, you've worked newspaper, you've worked magazines. Which do
And
you
then
prefer?
I spent most of my time in reporting for international news agencies.
International news. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I did a little bit of magazine, and I did a little bit of newspaper.
You've written, and you're an author too, right?
Yes,
So which is your favorite medium to work on? Is it writing books? Is it newspaper?
writing. So
Writing.
if I have to spend my entire life inside an editorial office in a newspaper headquarters, that's what I do. And then yeah, yeah,
Wow. So that's a real passion for you.
yeah, yeah.
So okay, now you've done a lot of reporting as far as a lot of journalism dealing with Haiti. What would you say has been your greatest achievement in that field?
Oh, my greatest achievement is basically being able to present myself in a way that I became like an amplified voice for a lot of people that otherwise they wouldn't have a voice for back in
Yeah, I
that
agree.
time, in the time where I was in the field reporting. So I feel like a lot, because that was my I felt like this was my calling, to just make sure
Yeah.
that I report in all remote areas where people don't feel like they have a voice, because nobody listens to them, nobody reporting their real issues.
And Fritz,
So
let me tell
could
you
mean women health, mean environmental issues, mean social issues, like any
yes.
all of this kind of issues that people more, the most reporters, they focus more on the politics, what happening at the government, high level government, activities, and what happened in during the elections and stuff, like when politics is very hot, but they're not they're not really focused on the real issues that
Mm-hmm.
the day-to-day people feel like, okay, they need someone to listen to.
Oh, that's wonderful. And people need that. People
Yes.
need, and then they can trust you then because they feel that you're listening to them, and that's vitally important. And you're doing that. No, I want to ask you something, because we talked about the sensationalism that goes on in the United States.
Mhm.
There's a lot of propaganda that comes in our media, and there's a lot of propaganda that goes on, especially when people are talking politics.
Yes.
What is the propaganda that you think that has given people? Well, let me rephrase that. What do Americans, because most of my audience is American, or the world rather, what does the world not know about Haiti that you want to set straight?
Oh, that's it. That's a wonderful question. Oh my God. Oh yeah. It's if one, yeah, I mean, it's difficult for me to pick one thing. It's so many things they don't know about Haiti. So many things they know it. They
Pick a
know the
couple
wrong
of them.
way. So if I were to pick one thing,
Uh-huh.
so I'll say that the Haiti is not as poor as people think
I
it
was
is.
hoping you would say that. I was hoping you'd say that. Because I know that, but I wanted to hear it from you.
Yes, most people, man. I've been to Europe. I mean, the only place, or the only continent I haven't been to really is Africa, and then I am I'm so desperate to go to Africa. But I went to so many different places in the continent in the world. So when you meet someone, you say you're from Haiti, like the first thing, huh? Where is it? What? And then you have to explain yourself. You have to explain yourself. This is where it is. It is a country in the heart of the Caribbean and by the Atlantic Ocean. Is this? Isn't it? And then we made the first revolution that end up being a roadmap for the emancipation of black from slavery.
Oh,
Look, I have to say so many things
I can
for
imagine.
it's this place. But is that this place they say it's so poor that nobody can live in? So I have to explain. I have to explain. I have to explain. It's not. That's what projected. That's what they will. That's
That's what they
mainly
want you
what
to
they
think.
want you to know. And
Right.
for whatever reason, okay, I have to give a whole lecture about Haiti anywhere I go.
And yeah, and that's why that I was hoping you would say that. That's really, and guys, we did not rehearse this, but that's what I was hoping you would say, because a lot of people have misconceptions based on the propaganda that
Yes.
the media puts out there to the world. The same thing happens with Africa. People think that Africa. First of all, a lot of people think Africa is a country, but
Yes, exactly.
then then they think that it's just poor and it's just jungles and lions and huts.
Yes.
It's like,
No,
and
no life is possible there. No human being can live there. It's
yeah,
basically,
exactly.
yeah.
So it's a lot of propaganda out there that's definitely been putting myths out there, and a lot of people buy into these myths. And it's not just, we're not just talking Africa, we're not just talking Haiti. I took a trip to Cuba a few years ago. There was a lot of people planning on going, but a lot of people backed out at the last minute because of the propaganda that was spread.
Yeah, exactly. Cuba is another example. So whatever people here in America, perceive as Cuba, it's not Cuba.
Right.
But it could be a problem for you to try to explain that because nobody want to listen to that. They prefer to listen to the propaganda.
Exactly. And that, as journalists, we understand
that. Yeah.
So, guys, guess what? We're going to take a break here, and I want to come back, and we're going to finish some more with Fritz Octave. Guys, stay right where you are, and we'll be right back with more of the Media Boss Podcast. How are you going to learn everything you need to know about starting a podcast? Well, at the Create Your Podcast Weekend, we put it all in 2 days and help you get your podcast going by next week. That's right, by next week. All you have to do is come to the Create Your Podcast Weekend and let us show you how to get your podcast up and running. We will show you how to attract listeners. We will show you how to get people to pay you for your products and services. What products and services? The products and services we show you how to create, all at the Create Your Podcast Weekend. All you have to do is go to createyourpodcastweekend.com and get registered today. And we have special bonuses. Some of you will even get us to give you the equipment to start your podcast. That's right. We're going to give some of you the podcasting equipment to get started. Go to createyourpodcastweekend.com. That's createyourpodcastweekend.com and get started on your podcast by next week. Starting a podcast can be a daunting task. There's a lot that goes into it, and you're probably wondering if you're able to handle it. Well, why don't you just take 2 days and let us teach you how to do it at the Create Your Podcast Weekend. That's right. We're going to show you all the aspects of how to start your podcast, how to keep your podcast going, how to attract listeners, and how to make money with your podcast. CreateYourPodcastWeekend.com. Get registered right now. All right, everybody, welcome back. Did I tell you I love this guest, man? I told you we were going international. We're going to Haiti today, and we are continuing our interview here with Fritz Octave. Fritz, I'm glad to have you here, man. And I want to dig into your book, man. So tell us about your book.
My book is basically, the book entitled Haiti Between Pestilence and Hope.
Ooh.
It is practically a long overdue project. So I was... Okay. Ever since, I moved to the United States quite a few years ago, but then back in Haiti, I had that vision of writing a book, not only to tell the story of Haiti, that put to me up to like over 200, almost 220 years after our independence, after the liberation of slavery in Haiti, after we kicked, France out.
Yeah.
I mean, not France, not only France, but Britain,
yeah,
Spain, Holland,
yeah,
Germany. Because most people, when you say so the Haitian Revolution, most people who's familiar a little bit with the Haitian Revolution, they only thinking it in terms of we fought France and then liberated ourselves from France.
True.
But in Haiti, we had been the theater, and then up to today, still is the theater of international influence, foreign powers influence. So we had the slave revolution encompass cross-trace all these different paths to try to liberate themselves. The slave, the enslaved black. They fought not only France, Spain, Germany, Holland, and then so on. So to give birth to that revolution in January 1st, 1804. So my book is basically, if you get into that kind of vision where I wanted to tell the world the real history, the real event that happened, about the real events that happened in Haiti.
Oh,
That's
great.
that's one part. But this part of this story, the real story that happened in Haiti, in terms of history, is very turbulent. Is a pest, is a permanent purse. The permanent purse in the sense that all these things that happen, they created an environment where Haiti never been able to
Yeah.
overcome the real deal to build a nation.
Right. Right. Oh man. Wow. So first of all, tell them the title of your book again,
So
please.
it's Haiti between pestilence and hope. So the hope part of it. So I just talk about the pestilence part, but the hope part of it is despite all these problems, all these the food, the soil, basically the bad trees that were planted during all the turbulence, all these different aspect of colonialism that happened in Haiti, and then creating a mindset where people never get over, and it's still sticking to them like a demon that's never liberate you. But we have hope. The hope is okay. It's a great land, piece of land. There's a lot of natural resources there. The country is still the potential for social development and economic and all that is still huge. We have the greatest, some of the greatest beaches in the Caribbean. We have the mountains for hiking. We have the natural forests were never touched by human being. We have part of it that never touched by human being. We have the natural species where the endemic species. So that always there. Despite all the deforestations and all different things that happen because of economic calamities, so people
Mm-hmm.
face from time to time. So they have to make do with nature to be able to live. So even despite all that, we have intact resources that the country has, natural minerals and all
Love it.
this that we can use so to undertake real development in the country. And also we have resources, human resources. We have people that are capable of taking this to the level that we want to. And then, but one common enemy is divisions that's sold by foreign powers and then internal powers alike, because they want to stay in power for themselves, but not for the people.
I love it. Thank you so much. Look, Haiti, between pestilence and hope, is the name of the book. Where can they get the book?
Well, first of all, I would like people to visit my website, my own website.
Okay.
So my website is fritzneloctave.com. You go there, you can dig, you find a lot of different things about Haiti. So natural resources and things, and I have a lot of I have a blog with so many different articles that show the real face of Haiti, and also you can get it anywhere else,
Right.
anywhere else. So I'm the primary source. If you want to get it with the best possible cost, where you don't pay for shipping, you don't pay certain jungle fees. So you go to my website and you get it at best, the book at the best price possible, and then at in a timely manner. And but also, if for people who probably feel more comfortable to go to other sources to get it, they can go to Amazon, to Barnes and Nobles and Google Books, Apple Books, Engram, um, you name it, anywhere in the world.
All right. So, Fritz, I want to thank you for joining us here on the Media Boss podcast. This gentleman is doing media the right way, guys. He's doing media the right way. So make sure you support him. Make sure you get his book, Haiti, Between Pestilence and Hope. Make sure you get the book. Make sure you go to his website as well. Check him out. So once again, Fritz, I want to thank you so much for joining us here today, man.
So a pleasure is mine, Doctor. Thank you very much for having me this evening.
No problem. No problem at all. So guys, guess what? I have something I want to share with you as well. I want you to take my complimentary gift, especially those who are here for the first time. Go to www.5 ways to paying clients.com. 5 ways to paying clients.com. That's the number 5. 5 ways to paying clients.com. It is my complimentary training to show you how to get more clients, to show you what you've been doing wrong that hasn't been getting you those paying clients and how to correct that and get paying clients. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to take another quick break. We're going to be back and show you guys how we get out of here on the Media Boss Podcast. So stay right where you are. Why should you contact Media Boss Club right now? Well, because you can get a podcast done for you. You can learn all the aspects that go into putting together a great podcast and have someone else do it for you. That's right. We will build your podcast around your content and make it so you can concentrate on the money-making activities of your business. Contact MediaBossClub.com. That's MediaBossClub.com today and let us get your podcast started right now. Let's face it, you've been talking about starting a podcast for quite some time, but you haven't started yet. Why is that? Could it be that you just don't have the time because your day-to-day keeps you so busy? Or could it be that you don't want to learn all the technical aspects that go into putting together a quality podcast? Well, at Media Boss Club, we take care of that for you. How would you like to have a done-for-you experience? That's right. At Media Boss Club, we build your podcast for you. We will edit your podcast. We will put in the music for you. We even put in commercial breaks that you can put your advertisers in. We will take care of all of the uploading to the great podcast platforms that are out there. That's right, we do everything. All you have to do is just right now go to MediaBossClub.com. That's MediaBossClub.com and let us handle the heavy lifting for you. Everybody, welcome back to the Media Boss Podcast. Man, did we have a great time with Fritz Octave? It was a fantastic. Make sure you guys check out his book, Haiti, Between Pestilence and Hope. Make sure you get his book. Make sure you go to his website, support this man, because he's doing some great work in journalism, in writing, in radio. He's done a lot of things, and he's helped a lot of people to tell their story. So make sure you check him out. Now, guys, I want you to check out what we got going on here at the Media Boss Podcast. So what I want you to do, guys, hey, if you want to support our podcast, go to Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Media Boss Podcast. Support the podcast, and we've got some great perks for you just for helping us out. Also, make sure you take advantage of what I just gave you guys. 5 ways to payingclients.com. 5 ways to payingclients.com. It's my complimentary training for you. Now, for those of you who really want to make a difference with your business and media, and you want to get everywhere all at once, and you want to know what you need to do, then you need to come to the 5-day training we have called Make Money from Media Challenge. That's right, the Make Money from Media Challenge. All you have to do is go to makemoneyfrommediachallenge.com. Register today. And if you go to VIP, you get some special advantages that everyone else does not get. You get a chance to win some prizes and a whole lot more at the VIP package. Now, if you want to have a podcast and if you want to learn how to get one created for you, all I want you to do is text the word podcast to 929-244-4323, 929-244-4323. And last but not least, make sure you are subscribing to the Media Boss Podcast, and make sure you leave us a great review and share with all of your friends and family. Let them know that you are paying attention to the Media Boss Podcast. So how do we get out of here? You all know how we do it. On the count of 3, we're going to get out of here. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Media Boss out.